to look like the black woman. We can go all the way back to like if you go look at pictures to like the 1920 or whatever, and you see how they wore those big dresses with the tight, they wore the girder belt around the waist, and it made it seem like if you go further back, the Cleopatra. Everything, it seemed like black women, as far as the beauty, was the standard. It's because you know what? It's hard to mimic. Like males, kind of, sort of speak, muscle tone and what have you, a build. All men, somewhat. It's kind of the same thing. Women, there's just a total difference as far as shape and build. As far as black women and every other race of woman, it's no comparison. So I just know for me, I feel the same way y'all feel. Like I'm in love with black women and I love the black woman so much so that I could not see having a family. It's just for my taste. I couldn't see continuing my bloodline with any other race of woman. So does that ease y'all up a little bit?
No. Because we still, you know, I ain't trying to throw no like age out there or nothing, but this is still two different generations that we speaking on right now. Like how you said, you love black women, you praise black women. This generation got a whole different ideal in their head.
Of a black woman.
Yeah, and I feel like sometimes we are alone as a black woman too. Because this,
well, make it plain. Make it plain for me. You say like, they have a different image of a black woman that they want, or a different image of a woman that they want. So make it plain. Explain it to us.
I'm about to say,
what are
I'm
they
about to
talking
break it
about?
down, right? I'm about to break it down for you, okay? Because this is how I feel like it's already male and female, right? In this world. Everybody's always like, you know, it's male, it's a man's world, then it's boom, female. But then when it comes to the women, I don't feel like black women is a part of that. I feel like it's other cultures and then it's black women. Like I still feel like we separated, period. So the males today, to jump back into the love thing, is like they image of what they want is the model chick that they see on TV or grew up watching in the videos. Like they don't praise black women like how they used to back in the day.
Okay,
know?
Now
So
stay right there.
that's why I feel like we saying it be making it hard because it's not like they care.
They want you to have.
That's a good point. Now, CiCi, go ahead.
And I'm piggybacking on what you said. They want you to have this body, this Betty Boo body. Basically, you gotta have a big butt, chest, no stretch marks, good hair. All that don't runs with a black woman. We gonna have a couple stretch marks, tiger stripes. You understand? We gonna have weave on our heads, our wigs. Y'all want everything to be so natural, and we just want y'all to come with a job sometimes. That is so hard.
Okay,
but I'm just saying though. But you don't see us complaining about that. No, you see me getting up every day, going to my 9 to 5 to make sure you okay. And you know, you see my car when you don't want to put no gas in it. But I'm just saying,
and that's where my issue come in with men too, especially our black men. Okay, you said you do work the 9 to 5, you taking care of home, you making sure he's straight or whatever. Maybe if he don't even have a job, you know what I mean, holding him down. But why is it as soon as a black man get in position to be financially comfortable, they no longer want us?
Okay,
they want us.
When they down,
like mother figures to them, we cooking, cleaning, taking care of the house financially. But as soon as y'all get a little bit of money, y'all run straight to the white woman. Yeah. And y'all want to have kids by her. It's like, oh, no, I don't date black women no
This
more.
is evident,
like,
though. Some of our black athletes, like Michael Jordan, he divorced his wife and he married a Caucasian woman. Like Dr. Dre. I think
majority of
he go with a Caucasian woman, too, or married someone, too. Like, all the big, like, the big stars.
Except for LeBron.
Got him some.
But all the big stars they didn't marry their race. They always got somebody. They don't have to be Caucasian. They could be like Dominican, Puerto Rican. It's not foreign. Yeah, foreign basically. You know what I'm saying? It's not like black women. So yes, we get pissed off because I'm watching them dirty draws. Okay. You get what I'm saying? On my hand. So yes.
Now let me ask another purging question. Because we're bringing up, you started this.
That's cool. We're going to finish it.
You brought up that the black man is looking for something different.
Definitely.
Okay? And Renee and CiCi chimed in and pretty much co-signed what you're saying. And I'm not saying that there's no validity to that.
Mm-hmm.
But what I would challenge all of us in is that me being a man of a certain age, older than everybody at this table, I remember coming up in an era, let's just take hip hop, because I haven't been shy or bashful in calling out the music genre that I love.
Mm-hmm.
Our participation in hip hop, I always question, because we went from just want to rock the party to being conscious and spreading knowledge to booty shaking and pouring beer and wine.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Dre, as you name, poured a whole 40 ounce on a woman. Dame Dash, and I got respect. He poured Cristal on a woman. So my whole point is, watch this. Those women was in that video and then said, yeah, you can do it. Pour it on me. Then we went from video chicks, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can name them. They made a living and got paid off of being video chicks. Some way more famous than others. Then now we that graduated into being IG models. Who was that?
Was superhead video?
Yeah, she was. Yeah. And so my question is, isn't there a level of culpability in both the black man, but especially the black woman? I know I just said a lot, but if we gonna be bold and we gonna answer questions and we're gonna help the people, we gotta answer these things. So if we want to talk about how the black man isn't doing this, isn't doing that, going outside his race, doing whatever that is being a degenerate and isn't being faithful to the black woman, where is the hand of the black woman in this treatment? I know that's hard to the radio listening audience, but do I have a point? Naya?
Yeah, you kind of got a point, Rock, because black women, they tolerate disrespect.
No,
what you mean?
CiCi.
Hold on now, because you just said I would listen to everything you just said,
yes.
But I feel like the black woman did that to support the black male. You know what I'm saying? And not saying like it was okay for her to be.
I thought about that. I straight thought about the tip drill video.
Me too, but I'm not saying it like that.
Yes.
I'm not saying that like as it condone what they did, but back again, it's back to support the black male. You know what I'm saying?
They did it
for the black male. So if I'm twerking in a bathing suit and you let you pour this beer on me or whatever on me, okay, we about to go up. So that mean if they see the video, that mean people gonna hear the song. They gonna want to hear the song. They're gonna hear the song. Yeah, then we all on. So it took her to go ahead and put the whole plan together.
Okay.
And then now, they do turn into IG models.
But when I think about the video, though, that like some of the videos that we do have, they was disrespectful. Because like how me and CiCi was talking the other day or whatever. Okay. And long story short, like she was like, yeah, I do this ad-libs on the song, but I ain't gonna be in the video because the moral of the song is kind of disrespectful to a female. So it was like, yeah, I help you by putting my voice on the song, but it's like I'm not gonna get in that video where you talking about F this B, F this B. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So it's like some females tolerate disrespect, and that's what. And I mean, we doing it tell, but it's still disrespectful. I have pouring no 40 on me.
I have a question.
Coke 45, not
CiCi.
None of that.
Since you the only male right now on this show, so why does the black male feel like it's okay to disrespect?
I got backup though. I got backup.
Oh yeah, you do.
Keith, you gonna be my backup? The engineer.
You don't want me to talk.
Come on, Keith.
Okay.
No, but go ahead with your question.
Okay, so why does the black male feel as it okay to disrespect the black female? Like, you just said like, well, they was in a video, so why would you even want to put that segment in your video?
Out there anyway.
Yeah.
Good question, and I believe I got an outstanding answer. And I'm gonna just take what you just said. You said, why does the black male feel the need to disrespect the black female? Well, that's the exact reason. You're talking about people who are just males, and it's not a man. Mm-hmm. And you're talking about a female that isn't a woman, but she's just being a female. And I mean that with everything that's within me. When you become a woman and you become a man, there's a certain level of maturity, grace, responsibility that comes with being a man. A man, look, and I've always said this, and once again, she grew up on the east side of Detroit. I done seen it all. I mean, I done seen drug dealers who don't want their baby girl being exposed to the life that they're promoting.
Yeah.
And I used to sit, as a young boy, I used to sit and say to myself, like, what? You a drug dealer. Whatever you doing should be good enough for your child. Even the most hardened criminal doesn't want their baby girl.
And then that comes with people's backgrounds, though, too, and the way they was raised and grew up. All this, it got a lot to do with that, too. What people saw.
And it does. But I would say this, once again, and I would use me, because I always like to use me as an example to bust everybody upside their head with the truth, because it's the truth. I'm not going to sit here and act as if I wasn't wayward and I did some foul stuff. That is one of the probably biggest regrets of my life, that I was not a young man, a man, and I participated in certain acts that I'm not proud of. And if I saw any other young man doing it today, I'd be like so disappointed or angry. And if it really happened to my daughters,
right, because
you don't even want to know. Yeah, I got a son.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I got one boy, 3 girls. So the thing is, let's say I learned quick.
Okay.
I learned quick. I was like, wow, this ain't right. Like, I can do better. But to your point, and it's no excuse. That's my thing now. No excuse. But there is no but. I don't even want to say it like that. I was just stupid and ignorant for a long time.
Right.
Based on your environment. I didn't have a man come to me to say, my advice was wrap it up. That was my advice. Wrap it up. Y'all get what I'm saying when I say that, right? Uh-huh. That was the advice, my live-long advice on how to treat women. And I'm like, are you serious? So you gonna put me out into this world with that? Wrap it up? Oh, I can do that. and I'm about to do everything else that come with rap. So, and I had to learn over time. And fortunate for me, I learned early by being in an environment that was conducive about what a man is and what a man should do and how you treat women. So I'm not going to play it like I've always been that dude.
Yeah, because I feel like with black women, you are what you put out. Like me, you can't come at me half stepping because I don't have step with my own stuff. Right. So you're going to have to come motivate me. I'm already at the table. Either you're going to be the glass table or this chair right here. Because I'm already, I'm just saying though, like I'm already at the table. And I was always raised like that.
Right.
To always carry myself in the utmost highest respect. Because if you don't respect yourself, ain't nobody going to respect you.
Hello?
Oh, you got to stop. Renee, expound on that. Because I had a friend, when I told her what the topic was going to be, and she mentioned pretty much what you said. Because she was like, well, how can
respect you if you don't respect yourself? Yeah, and that happens a lot, especially like with dating. If, say for instance, I don't even want to say like a thought or a stripper, but if I present myself, if I'm out in the club, for instance, and I have on like this tight dress with these stilettos and I'm shaking my butt all around the dance floor, and a guy just walk up on me and start groping me and grabbing me, he gonna think that's what I'm looking for, the attention I want. Like, well, you dress like a slut, so I'm gonna approach you in this way. But if I'm somewhere and I'm dressed casual, I'm gonna probably draw on the attention of a nice going guy, probably a church going or just like a decent cat. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like you attract how you present yourself. I keep myself pretty like put together, so I kind of scare off the childish and the dog running away. They notice like. If they see me, they're like, nah, if I step to her, I got to come correct. I just can't come with my pants sagging and talking like, hey, yo, baby girl. When you step to me, you got to have something, going about yourself.
Right.
You got to have some form of respect.
Yo, not going to work?
No.
I'm just asking. Man, that used to work for me back in the day. Like,
that's back in the day. Yeah.
And but women, we have... tolerated a lot of disrespect, like staying with somebody if they keep cheating on us, or maybe even physical or verbal abuse. Like But you allow it to
Nowadays,
continue.
I'm about to boil this hot water.
Oh my God! Hey, look, we're gonna take a break real quick, but before some grits get cooking up in here.
Okay.
And you told some back in the day, she told some boiling hot water.
I don't care. My grandma ain't pay that though, because you know
That's where you got that from.
My granny though, because the household was. My grandma,
Right, I was raised by
my
my
great
grandma.
grandma is 97. You know, we all saying I was raised by my mom and my daddy, but my grandma played a major part.
Understood.
So, like, when I saw the relationship with her and my granddaddy, like, my granddaddy used to work at GM, and he used to come home and give my grandma the check. And then my grandma did not work a day in her life, and she's 97 to this day. It's still
That's old school love we talking about.
yeah. Nowadays, you can't even get $40 on the light bill. So you get like,
Hey, look, but hold that though, hold that. She going in, CiCi. Hey, look, we getting ready to take a break, and when we come back, we're gonna tap into some more. Can a black man love a black woman if that black man doesn't even know how to love himself? And the same vice versa. If a black woman can't even respect herself and love herself, can she love a black man? So we gonna dig into that. We're going to get more in depth with this conversation because this is one that needs to be had. But right now, we getting ready to get into that queso town. Sumo. What up, though? What up, though? And we are back. It's your brother, SPEAKROC. I am in the place. That was your boy, Queso Tone with Sumo. Sound like CiCi, you said it's like you got to have a job. Like, you know, Sumo was talking about, having them pockets fat. So that's what you got to have to...
No, and I need to, with me, you got to have 401k.
Oh,
we don't need some like
benefits.
Yeah, not even benefits. We need something with over time that we smooth. Like your pocket's gonna be fake now. Then you catch this case and we back on what? What if we get to fall back on?
Hey, look here. If y'all like, what in the world did I just tune into? Look, we are in here with the girls from Chop It Up. Excuse me, the women from Chop It Up Sundays. We got Renee, we got Naya, and we got CiCi. And we're talking about the love between black people. And we left off on some a deep topic, and we're gonna jump right back into this one. We're talking about, can a black man love a black woman if the black man doesn't even know how to love himself? And we flip that vice versa. Can a black woman love a black man if she can't even love herself? And you know, when you don't love yourself, you really allow a lot of disrespect to happen in your life. And I believe, Renee, that's what you was hitting on. You talking about how you dress, how you present yourself. And the fact of the matter is, real talk. Now, I know a lot of feminists would give some pushback and be like, it shouldn't matter. Okay, you not be talking like that? Is that how feminists talk? It don't matter.
I don't know, you about to hear in a minute, though. So what you got to say, right?
Come with it. And look, here's the deal. Because, look.
We looking. And we listening.
Blink with the last
Because you will attract a certain thing. Look, even as a male, if I dress a certain way, real talk, if I dress in my Sunday's best, I'm going to attract a certain type of attention. That's real talk. But if I come out here like I'm ready to slide down a... Do slide down the pole?
No.
I don't know.
Let me help you.
But what I'm saying by that is, if I'm dressing like I'm a stripper, now there are male strippers. I know that much.
You gotta come with the yays on.
The yays?
Yeah, there you go. Get them together,
the yays on. Some good Marys. You know what I'm saying? Louis. You know, something like that.
A little Jesus piece.
And I'm gonna attract a certain type.
Kind of woman.
Yeah.
My God.
They're like, oh girl, he got money.
That's what it is?
Okay, and a nice rental.
I gotta have
Don't forget the rental.
A rental? Oh, what about the frames? What I gotta have?
Buffs, Cartier.
I gotta have some buffs.
Cartier.
But that's appealing to the black woman. But if you go out in the Caucasian area, the suburbs, a Caucasian woman will look at you and say, oh, what are those?
Like that,
she may not even know what it is. And she may be like, oh, you dress nice.
But let's answer this question, Renee. If you want to start with the woman first, or you want to start with the black man first?
The black man.
So can a black man love a black woman if that black man doesn't even know how to love himself? Because you see a lot of black couples in a relationship.
Right.
I feel like the black man. Go ahead.
I'm thinking. I'm trying to. Well, first of all, I don't even feel like like you said, if a black man don't love himself, how can he love a woman or be in love with a woman? I don't feel like the black man love any of us. To be honest, I feel like he just honestly, when a man meets a woman, he is basically off lust and looks in the beginning.
Yes.
Good point. Good
It's
point.
lust and looks.
Good point.
Then other things make a man like us and maybe have love for us because we may like have their kids or we may take care of the household or whatever like that. I feel like they never really in love. That's why a lot of men cheat, because they're never satisfied.
Ooh.
I don't care if you're the baddest thing since sliced bread. I don't care how good your sex is, how good you can cook, clean, or how like you hold the household down. A man is never satisfied. And I don't even want to say it's just the black man. I feel like no man is really satisfied with the woman. So I feel like you said, especially if you grew up in a broken home, a single parent home, like most black men probably didn't receive that love and attention they needed from their father first. Your mother can love you as hard as she wants and try to get you to do right, but she will never like fulfill that need and that void in your life.
Okay.
You need that black male figure to give you that love, whether it's tough love or just regular love. So if you grew up in a broken family, you don't have that love that you need, so you can never I don't know. You get what I'm trying to say?
What you mean you don't know? You just said it all. You said it. Let Naya jump in here. Naya, what's your thoughts?
Sure, Renee just took the cake. I was like kind of what Renee was saying with the upbringing thing, because I feel like a black male, like even if he got a male figure, like I know this guy. I don't say names because you're on radio, but I know this guy, right? And he right now he's doing good. He at a young age, about to start a business, and it seems like everything going right. And he attractive, and he could talk to basically whoever he wants to. But his problem is his upbringing. He had males around him, but they thought it was okay to teach this young man sex at age of 8.
Wow.
Like what? Oh, because you a boy and this is what you was not at no 8. What? I couldn't picture my nephew like losing his virginity that young. But outside of that, it's like, so yeah, you can have a good role model or somebody you look at like that because of the way they carry themselves and the image they put out. But just like the documentary that just came out with Aaron Hernandez or whatever his name was.
Right.
His father was everything to him. But his father was also a drunk who beat on their mama. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And he didn't surround himself with the good people. Like, they saw him messing up. Like, take him up out that situation.
Yeah, it's like...
And he just get himself into something that he didn't have to get himself in.
And another thing, like, when we're from young girls, whether it's your mama or your grandmother or your aunt, upbringing is very important. As a young girl, you are taught, play with a baby doll. You are already at a young age taught to nurture and care and love. So it's like, okay, when you get older, you gotta know how to cook, clean, wash, and all that for your man, because this you supposed to love a man, take care of a man, whatever. When, especially black guys, when you're younger, your mama and daddy not telling you like, oh, this how you really supposed to treat a woman. You really supposed to fall in love with a woman. Yeah, you're supposed to have certain chores, but like, I feel like as women, we basically are molded into catering to our men. You're supposed to like find a husband and get married and all that good stuff. Guys, like you said, somebody told you the advice they gave you was to make sure you wrap it up. But where was that? Oh, I don't know if they explain this to you, but when you go out with a woman, you're supposed to open doors. You're supposed to pay for dinner. You're supposed to pump the gas, take the trash out. Anyway, like they're supposed to mold you into a man, but most people, they're not raised like that.
Can I interject something real quick? Everything that you just said, that will get you in last place a lot of times with certain women. It sounds right. As a matter of fact, it is right. It's the right thing to do. And because I've been on both sides. So once again, using myself as an example. And I know many other brothers are with me. I believe in chivalry wholeheartedly. That's what you should do. But I remember times when I was younger, like I would do this, I would do that, open the door, pay for this, got it. that right there for a certain type of woman, and once again, it's conditioning, it's also on me. So that type of rejection, I would get rejected. And that type of rejection I couldn't take. I was like, what?
Wait, by a black
women? Black women. Okay. Now, and when I say a certain type of woman, I guess it's a certain type of black female. So if I'm attracted to a certain type of black female, and she doesn't know how to respect that. She doesn't know how to receive chivalry.
I understand what you're talking
right.
about.
She doesn't. Yeah. So I was like, you know what? I don't need this type of rejection in my life. So guess what? I'm about to lie. I'm about to play you.
Walk him like a dog.
Yeah.
You know what?
I'm like, what? And so once again, but that came from my my fight, the fight in me. You know, like, no, I'm not gonna be done this way. So I'm gonna switch the game up, and I'm gonna do this. That doesn't make it right, but I wanted to just throw that in there because I know there got to be some brothers thinking like, I've done that and got dogged out.
And you're absolutely right.
Or I got finessed, as we like to say today.
Women, and as bad as we just talked about men, you know, dogging them out, not having a job and doing this, a lot of women don't like a soft man. So some women may not like that.
You should have
balance. But watch this.
You should have been being a gentleman and dogging them.
That's what I should have did. Oh my God. No. Can I say something?
No, go ahead.
Can I say something? But that's a monster. And I'm gonna tell look, I was that monk. That's a monster. Like, listen to what I'm saying. I'm gonna tell you what the biggest culprits was, and I'm just telling on myself because I know other black men can feel what I'm saying.
Go ahead, keep it G.
My aunties, they was the worst. They was like, oh man, that's what they call it. Man. I was like, what? Oh, I got it like that. Oh, they like, do this, treat her right, but you take care of you and this kind of stuff. So I'm being nice, but I'm like, yeah, whatever. Like, you ain't the only one. So that kind of mentality, we can't handle that. Because we think that's what right is.
It's too much.
I'm a nice dude, but I'm running these chicks like I'm running the game. So I hear what you're saying, but that doesn't make for a good mate. That's worse than the straight up dog. At least the dog you see coming, you like, he a dog. And I choose to mess with him if I want to.
Yeah.
But what happens is,
that's true.
You get the nice dude that got the undercover dog, and you like,
now you're on first 48.
Yeah.
No, I ain't
that's
gonna
true, but it's still certain things I expect from a man when I'm dealing with him. I don't care if you are a dog. Oh, I done dated plenty of dogs. Okay. Like, who was in disguise, or like they start off as the nice guys, and they was really like some I can go there. Yeah, and insecure and all that good stuff.
But CiCi, talk about can a black woman, because Renee hit on saying, you know what, if a black man ain't raised right, or if he ain't raised with love, and you was strong about saying how much the black woman puts up with, maintains, continues to be resilient with the black man. But is she really in love with the black man? Like, if she don't love herself, is she truly loving the black man?
I feel like if a black woman don't love herself, she can't love nobody. Because it goes back to her upbringing. Everything will start with your upbringing. Because that's where, like, the love come from. Like, she might be missing her father, who her father wasn't in her life. So she don't know how to love a black man, or even being in certain predicaments to love somebody. Because first, that she has to feel that pain of hurt, anger first. So to make her, I guess, acceptable to love. Because like you said, like, some women might not, like, you was open the door, they're like, looking at you all crazy. So she was never taught that. Like, oh yeah, baby, it's okay if I gotta open your door or whatever. So by her having that, even a male figure, I feel like a male figure growing up is very, very, very important. If it's an uncle, a cousin, a granddaddy, a daddy, like, it's real important, because you have sometimes, like, with females, if they have father figures, some of these females will be in certain situations they be in. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if y'all watch Fatal Attraction, or just like with women in the jail system. Most of the women that have cases are because of male.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, you have women that's in federal prison, but it's like, because it was drugs involved. Why? Because of a male
taking a ride or
you get what I'm saying? So I feel like they have that little push by, I don't say about your daddy, just like a male, whoever, like just to intervene and show you the right way, the do's and the don'ts, what to accept, what not to accept. So I feel like, to answer your question, if a person don't love themselves, period, male or female, you cannot love somebody else because you're gonna bring that damage and insecurity that you have within yourself into a relationship.
That's good.
Oh.
Let me say this, and I love to have solutions as much as we can, because I know one thing about you all have a podcast and you address various issues, or you talk about life in pop culture. And a lot of times what happens is pop culture is nothing more than a microcosm of society, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times, we may not have the money that a lot of our entertainers have, or whatever the case may be, or the status, but the issues are issues, regardless of how much money or status you have. Right. So a lot of times what happens in pop culture is a mirror of what happens in society. So what I want to do is let's try to come up with some solutions about how do we love ourselves, how do we value the black man and the black woman, and how do we keep this thing that we have going as far as a race. Now, let me also add this to my comments, because I don't want anybody walking around with their underwear stuck up their butt because they mad at me. But if that's what they want to do, that's on y'all. Here's the deal. Look, love is love.
Right.
Yeah. I would never stand in the way. Yeah. I would never stand in the way of true love. If you want to marry a Asian albino, go for it. If that's who you love, go for it. I'm not going to stand in the way of true love, but I'm also not going to hide the fact that I believe that there's something beautiful about a black man and a black woman being together. Now, there's a book out. It's been out for quite some time called The 5 Love Languages. And the 5 love languages that this book talks about words of affirmation. So I'm saying, hey, CiCi, you look very nice today. Those kind of things. Acts of service. What I can do for you, right? Mm-hmm. Receiving gifts, things that I charitably give to you, so you can feel better.
Outside of Valentine's Day and birthday.
Speak on it. Quality. We ain't even gonna talk about that. What about sweet as y'all done just took for sweet as
all right, over. You said we ain't gonna talk about that.
Quality time. For some people, that's everything.
Not too much quality time. I'm not big on it.
I am.
and then the last one being, and this is the one that people misconstrue, and both of you hit on this, is physical touch. We feel like that's the end all be all. Like that's gotta be love. We touched each other, or we're intimate. Right. So what I'm saying is, but collectively, all of those together are important, especially if you can do all of them. But here's the thing. The key thing about this book and what it teaches you is, when you know your partner, you know the one that you're in love with, you know which one or two is most important to them. So, for some people, it can be that quality time thing. Like, I don't need a gift. I don't need, like, it doesn't matter to me what you say to me. It matters what you show me, that you're here spending time. And if you know that love language of that person, it helps your relationship out a long way. So starting with CiCi, and we'll work our way down. What can we do to aid in the relationship out of everything that we spoke about? Having broken homes, not being taught right, not respecting ourselves, not respecting our, the black woman or the black male, looking outside of our race for love. What solutions do you have that can bring us together and make us better as a unit of a black man and a black woman?
First thing first, stop looking for validation from people. Long as you and your partner or your significant other is on the same, it's okay with him, and if it's okay with you, it's okay for everybody. And that's what people fail to realize. Like, I don't need a whole world behind me to let me know that it's okay for me to do this for you, or for him to do this for me, or for him to love me like this, or whatever. If we feel like it's okay, it's okay. Mm-hmm. So stop looking for validation. If you love who you love, and that's it. It's only you and him.
Okay.
It's just us against the world. What's the question?
The question is, give the listening audience Give us some solutions about how we can maintain as a unit, as a black man, as a black woman, how we can constantly stay in love with each other, not just to love one another and to be in love with one another.
I'm gonna say first start off with being in love with yourself. Find yourself, get you some books, grow, and don't let the person, I don't know, don't let nobody validate. Well, let me see what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like your happiness.
There you go.
So boom, I'm like, yeah, find yourself first before you try to even focus on being in a relationship or with somebody. And then when you do get with that somebody after you find yourself, that should be the right person because you ain't found yourself.
If that's making sense. I like that.
Because you're gonna attract what you put out, like we were saying, you know. So if I didn't went through this whole growth experience and I done got therapy and I done read all the 15 laws of growth and I'm feeling this energy and I'm feeling good, then I should attract what I'm putting out, and then boom, that should be the one. So
I like
being said,
what both of you said, because it sounds like what you're saying is when you find yourself, it makes it easy to then, like, when a male black man comes into your life, you can explain to them, this is who I am.
Yes.
This is what I'm about. And watch this.
And this was gonna happen, and this what it is.
See, you said it for me.
Follow.
Renee.
Boom. Happy wife, happy life. I'm married.
What you got for us, Renee?
I guess I take an approach is to, first of all, I like what Nice said. I like what he said too. But I really like what Nice said about finding yourself. But most importantly, like, we got to get back into, first of all, you got to love God first. Like, you got to put God in this thing. You got to pray on it, because for me, I thought I was in love with a few different people, but it was probably more of a lust thing, honestly. But I feel like it's no real solution to it, because a lot of people don't really, like, what is love for real? And a lot of people categorize love as different things. Whether it's we've been together for a long time, or because we got kids together, or because we a great team. Like, I'm not really sure, but I feel like one, put God first, love yourself, and, you know, just, I don't know, I feel like it ain't no clear-cut thing.
Yeah,
like, no clear-cut solution.
On Chopping Up Sundays.
Yeah, because different people have different definitions of love. Like, I ain't never been in love
with the Love
before.
and Lust episode.
I just sat here, just listened to this whole podcast thinking, have I ever been in love? No. I may really like the person. I may have cared for them. Or I've been in a situation I thought it was love, but it was probably less. But, like, I don't know.
Well, you know what? I think there was some liberation that was had, and I believe there was some ministry. Preached up in this place.
And I think, like, going back talking, like, if you are, granted, like, you still got your grandparents and some great uncles, like, go talk to them. Like, listen to their stories and journeys. Go to somebody with some wisdom and figure out how did y'all survive being together for 25, 30, 40 years.
That's
good. What do they consider love? Because in our today's generation, this ain't love. We out here operating off craziness and social media.
That's good. With that being said, that's a whole nother topic for another day. Okay. But look, we got to wrap it up. And look, this has been good. I don't know about anybody else, but this has been good. Yeah, we're going to revisit this. and because, you know what? More than anything, we need this. But guess what? Young people coming behind us need it too. So there has to be, we have to draw the line in the sand and say, what does right look like? Right. So we're going to leave that right there. Right now, young ladies, what I'm getting ready to do is called Rock Solid Advice. It's my RSA, and really it is what it is advice for everybody if they want to take it. And my RSA for this week is something that came into my spirit. It's something that I'm going to follow and something that I'm really going to live up to with every living breath in my body until I'm in the ground. And what that is to live a life of no excuses. And I understand that some excuses are valid. You know, hey, guess what? I got hit by a car and that's why I'm late for work. I had a rough upbringing, as a child, and that affected me, and I have scarring from that. But you know what? I looked and I took an evaluation and assessment of my life. I've been through a lot. So much so that if I start sharing with people about what I went through, you'll get depressed because you'll be like, oh my God, like there's nothing I can do for you. Like that's like a problem on you. Like what am I to do? It's a lot, and I understand that. So, but one thing I realize is I've made it a long way. And you know what? That lets me know that I've overcome a lot. And if I'm going to overcome more and achieve other greater things in life, I got to stop leaning on any kind of excuses that I self-impose on myself. There are no excuses in life. I have big goals and big dreams still to follow and still to accomplish. I can't let anything get in my way. I don't care what it is. I don't care what the excuse is. It can be the weather. It can be how somebody's acting towards me. I do not care. No excuses, because I'm going to run over, run through, or do whatever I got to do to achieve what it is that I want in life. And this is a new level of mentality. And I encourage everybody to try to tap in, to try to find that. There are no excuses. There's people who were born with no arms and legs and they're still making it in life. There's people who was thrown in a trash can with a noose around their neck. Real talk. This ain't hyperbole. This is serious. It was just a report just not too long ago that Detroit DPD had to get some kids who were zip tied. Y'all know what zip ties are?
Yeah,
they were zip. Yeah.
2 and 4.
So guess what? But if somebody get a hold of those kids, they gonna make it through life. So there are atrocities that happen to people every day, but we can't sit back and look at our life and just soak and complain and cry our whole life and want somebody to take care of us. And I know, like Naya right now, you and I are in school. We ain't got there are no excuses. I don't want to hear it. We have something to do and we got things to take care of. Period. There are no excuses. Everything that you might think is an excuse, no, it isn't. Wake up earlier, no excuse. Go to bed earlier, no excuse. Eat right, no excuse. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear nothing about my metabolism. I don't want to hear nothing about big bones. I don't want to hear nothing about your parents. I don't want to hear it. No excuse. Get your butt out there and exercise. Period. You got high blood pressure. You got diabetes. Eat right. There are no excuses. I don't want to hear it. So if I don't want to hear from nobody, I got to hold myself accountable and say no excuses for myself too. I know that's hard, but it's only right.
It is hard.
This is only advice. Y'all can follow my advice or not. Do what you want. Hey, it's your brother SPEAKROC. I am here with the women of Chop It Up Sundays.
Oh, yeah.
I appreciate y'all.
No problem. Oh, yeah. We got a fashion show coming up.
Oh, go ahead and get your plugs in real quick. Real quick, because we got to go.
So we got a fashion show coming up April 18th, the week of Easter. So it is a kid-friendly event. It's a lunch party. So make sure you come out to 6445 East Burner. You can find tickets on Chop It Up Sundays, our Instagram page, Facebook page. Yeah,
we will be doing the Easter giveaway as well.
Vendors, fashion designers, holla at us.
Yes.
That's what's up.
And tap in every Sunday.
Y'all need a host?
On Instagram.
Y'all need a host? Y'all need a host?
Okay, yeah, we speak business. That's
what it is. Hey, look, it's been a pleasure. I am so serious. I appreciate y'all being on the show. Thank y'all, because y'all gave input that I can't get this from anywhere else.
It's your girl, CiCi, Naya.
Hey, look, it's your brother SPEAKROC, and that's the show for the week. Catch me next week, same time. We out of here. Salute.
Okay, Rock. We off air?
We off air.
Okay, Rock.
Yeah. We can get one out there. Get some more space.
What is that? We run Detroit.
Yeah. That's the guy who runs this. That's his brand. Thank you.
We got in depth on this show.
I appreciate you, man. Keith is that dude. Nah, man, you better than all right.